Hey guys, it's Itsisaactech here, and welcome to Techtemba. And surprise, we have a new console in our hands. The time was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was sleeping like a sweet baby sucking at the teeth from his mother when I woke up, checked Twitter, and saw that Xbox finally released the price for the Xbox Series X. But that wasn't just it. We also got the price for a console we didn't even fully know existed until yesterday morning. I was frazzled, people. I didn't even know what to do with myself. We had been waiting close to a year for Sony and Microsoft to give us some type of price reveal, and then boom, the whole thing was not a coordinated sting by Microsoft's marketing department. We simply just had some random Twitter user bait Microsoft into revealing the prices. I can make a separate video on that if you want. Tell me in the comments below. Anyways, back to my story. So there we have it. At 2:30 in the morning, Xbox tweeted, "Let's make it official," revealing their never before seen or leaked Xbox Series S retailing for $299. So let's say about 249 Great British pounds in the UK. That is crazy. First of all, we're going to talk about the design of this thing, because what a ha. This really isn't an Xbox design I find interesting or groundbreaking. It resembles the Xbox One S. I don't know whose idea it was to put a big speaker in black on the side of the console. It looks like a Dalmatian, or maybe it's for venting. The Series S system will be running all the current gen games, just at a lower resolution. But that didn't stop the internet from coming up with some quality memes, like John Cusack holding the Series S like a speaker trying to win his ex back. Or perhaps someone trying to order their Happy Meal at the drive-thru with the new Series S as the speaker. oh, the internet. Or maybe making your breakfast on top of it like a stove. The internet is undefeated. If there's one thing that's come clutch in 2020, it has to be the memes. So first of all, with the PS5 in my last video, and now this Xbox. Back to the subject at hand. The Xbox Series S is going to be a very powerful console at this price point. Obviously not at the level of the Big Daddy Series X. That is for the hardcore, that is for the enthusiasts. That's for if you have a 4K television and you want your games to look as photorealistic as possible. If you could care less about that, if you just don't have the funds for that, if you are in the market for your kids, the Xbox Series S will tick all of your boxes, especially at the price of $299. They're practically throwing these away. This is a very low entry point for such a high-end console, so take advantage. Don't think, just do. This is your entry point into the next generation. Xbox Series S is all digital. It does not come with a disc drive, so if you're a hard disk gamer, then they don't want you to win in life and buy this incredibly cheap console. The Series S will do up to 1440 gaming at 120 frames per second, and you know what? Big up the man them at Microsoft for focusing on frame rate with this system, Series X and the Series S. Unlike what they did with the One X, where it was just 4K, which in gaming terms does not refresh at a high enough frame rate. It will also feature DirectX ray tracing. It has variable rate shading as well as variable refresh rate as ultra low latency. This just means the system has been optimized to process high volumes of data packets with a low tolerance for delay. So basically, no missed connections when playing online with your friends, unless your internet is garbage, at which point not even God could help you. Moving on, it has a custom 512GB SSD, it has 4K streaming media playback as well as 4K upscaling for games. Basically that means if you're playing a game at 1440p but you're playing on a 4K TV, just like magic, it will automatically upscale to 4K free of charge. The one thing that a lot of people will not like is the size of the SSD. 512GB is not a lot, especially for an all-digital system. Think about the file sizes of the games alone, not including update file sizes and the space of the operating system. Quite possibly you might only have access to 400GB of the 512. And if you're someone that plays Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, that game on its own could take up your entire hard drive. Hopefully the Series S will have that SNMVMe SSD expansion slot, just like the Series X does, and if you need extra storage, you can buy a memory card thing from Seagate, which will probably cost you anywhere from 150 dineros to $200 for 1 terabyte of external storage. Again, this console really isn't aimed at the serious gamers, but mostly kids and people who wouldn't buy a lot of games, you know? The FIFA players, the Fortnite kids, the ones who play Warzone every day of every year. At the end of the day, if you're paying $299, this is probably the best you're going to get. So what do you think about the Series S and that $299 price point? Let me know in the comments below. Moving on, it's being said the Series X will cost $499. That's a really good price point for a very competitive system. You can also get the Series X on a payment plan if you don't have the money for a Series S, or $500 for the Series X. It might be worth you checking that option out. Spending $25 per month might work out cheaper for you. It's been touted around that the system would release on the 10th of November, right in between the Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed Valhalla game releases. But that's all for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share the video on socials, and let people know. It's Itsisaactech. I've got your back.
Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it will cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told.